iShop.black. One-stop shop for your online buying and selling needs. Buying online should be easy, convenient, and affordable. Selling online should be easy, convenient, and affordable. A platform that connects Israelites, so-called African American, buyers and sellers. Shop the latest gadgets, trendy fashion, and unique collectibles. iShop.black showcases products of verified sellers. Launch your business online today. With fast and easy setup, free video training, and free technical support. Alone we may go faster, but together, we go farther. IB Israel. Join us at iShop.black to start your free trial today. Contact us at info@ishop.black. www.ishop.black.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community.
So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we got Dr. Candace Matthews.
A lot of these documents, looking at.
So, Black people in Baton Rouge, Louisiana are going to be a lot safer, and I'm going to tell you why.
Residents in the Bukac area are worried and fear being priced out of their own neighborhood.
This Black father made a point of teaching his sons a lesson about stealing.
Russia is showing results.
Things are getting thick for the global north.
Woman killed by her Somalian refugee boyfriend in suspected honor killing.
We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
This country is supposed to be about the land of the free for all. It has not been free for Black people, and we are tired.
The social construct is broken.
Highest incarcerated rate on the planet. That's our people.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us on that in the live stream today. We greatly appreciate it. Today is Tuesday, May 14th, 2024. We're trucking along. And, the promo that you just saw is one of the things that we did shoot in South Africa. We have a lot of, video that we did shoot in South Africa. We're just trying to take care of all our other uploads, right? Before we get the rest of that out. How y'all doing, though? I hope everything is all good with the rest of y'all. Next month is June, and y'all know it's about to get hot, especially if you live in the South. It's about to get real good and hot down here. But, let me go ahead on and share this real quick. I forgot to do that. While I'm sharing this, just talking randomly here for a minute before we get to the actual topic. I saw Red Lobster is closing down. I saw that. I remember for years we were going to Red Lobster and having a good time at Red Lobster over the years. And I'm pretty sure those of you who remember Red Lobster, especially those cheddar biscuits and all of that, from back in the Gap, that's closing down. And I heard something about Chili's is having issues and all of that. But I guess maybe Chili's having issues because some people feel that they're beneath Chili's. And if you take them on a date to Chili's, then they don't want to go. You know, we live in that bougie society now, right? It's always interesting to hear black people talk like that to me, especially the way we all grew up, but that's a conversation of a different day. I don't know where y'all get all that from, but shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody. Somebody mentioned beards and all that. Let me tell you about beards, especially the gray beard for me. Gray hair grows different than my original black hair. Of course, I'm not full gray yet. I still got a lot of black hair, my mustache. It's kind of coming in a lot more. But I noticed the gray hairs grow different than the black. I don't like the way the gray hairs look long. I don't like it. It doesn't look, what's the word I look for? For me. Now, do you. Some of y'all do you. But for me, it doesn't look kept enough. It looks wild. And I don't like that look. It's just for me. For me, I like a very, together look, proper look for me. And this is about the longest I'm gonna keep it. You know, I'm gonna make sure cut it down, scissor cut it, and different things that I need to do. But no, I like my beard. The beard not going nowhere. You know, that's not what I want to do. I look at my beard as part of my personal religion, right? Ever since I was a little boy, I always wanted a beard. You know, and that's just, it is what it is. So I like beards. That's what it is. But I thought something was interesting, though. You notice when black men really start wearing their beards, all of a sudden, Brad and them want to start wearing beards. All before, remember, Brad and them would never wear beards. Maybe a few of them would, but we talking about the way they're wearing it now. Only when brothers start wearing their beards a lot, that's when they start doing it. I noticed that, but you know how it is. We the pioneers of everything, and black women do something, everybody else cop. You already know how that goes. When we do, brothers wear beards, not everybody want to do it. Brothers wear Jordans, everybody want to wear Jordans. Brothers get the tight fade and all that stuff. Everybody want to do it. Then when they do it, they want to say it's a Travis Kelce. Please. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get to the topic. But, devotion time, I'm going to do something a little different this time. We have like an outtake from the filming. You say of what we did with the promo, because promos, when we did that, for the app, it was some interesting times. So we're gonna run a blooper reel real quick. Won't take that long. Starring Miss Renelle Way. Everybody in the company already seen it, but we're gonna just feature this just maybe one good time. So let's go ahead and roll this. This Renelle Way when she was doing the promo for the app, real quick. I hear it. Do y'all hear it? What can I? So for some reason, y'all, I'm having a sound problem with this. So give me a second. I'm sorry. Why can't I hear it? It's weird. And I just watched it a second ago, so just forgive me on that. I don't know what is the deal with that. Give me a quick second. I'll figure this thing out. If I got to put it... Just give me a second. I don't know why we having sound problems today. Oh, but that's part of what we do, right?
We are committed to informing... Sorry. I know that's true. Can I do it again? Yes. I forgot my line. Okay, fine. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African We are girl. Sorry. It wants attention. It thinks it's Beyonce, and it's not. We are committed to. Sorry, my hair. It's my hair. It has to be my hair. I shouldn't have curled this. Okay. Stay! Damn it. Okay. All right. Let's get it. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
All right, so that was Renelle Wade. Now, we originally saw this, we were laughing at that. And the thing is, if you know Renelle Wade, she, like I said, that's just a small taste of how she get down. She just funny, you know, and she don't even try to be funny like that. So shout out to Renelle Wade. You know, some people, you know, at first they're like, oh, you know, why she talk that way? But no, y'all, she's something else. So shout out to Renelle Wade. You know, it's a young sister, you know, her and the lady, the young sisters. And, you know, I'm probably going to do a stream about, you know, young people. And when I say young people, I mean millennials and Gen Z. And we need to do that. We in the Black community need to have that conversation about bringing in the younger people and what we're doing. Because one thing I don't want to be like the Sheila Jackson Lee generation, Clyburn generation, blocking out the younger people and just trying to hoard all the resources for ourselves and then leave them behind. You know, we got to change that trajectory. These people that's in a silent generation, baby boomers, they are literally stealing all the resources from Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z, right? And then they're gonna die off with everything, and they're gonna leave all of us with nothing. I mean, I want to say a word, but let me not say that what I want to say, because I don't want to get in trouble. All right. With that being said, let's get to the subject matter today. Let's get to the subject matter. As you can see on the screen, the unfortunate pitfalls of working for them folks. Now, the reason why we're doing that, I saw a video, and we want to take our time through this because not only in the United States of America we have this problem, but also me talking to brothers and sisters in South Africa, they're having the same problem with some of these jobs that they're working for the folks. So this is definitely relevant for definitely people in the diaspora for sure, that's in the Western world, and South Africans who are working for the folks. Because I heard some of the same stories. So it's one of our brothers here, and I want you to listen to his story. And let's get into it, because what he talks about, a lot of you have dealt with. So let me go ahead and cue this up. Give me a second. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this sound stuff today, but this is becoming ridiculous. Give me a second.
So I just got fired from my job. I got fired from my technical job working as a product coordinator for a startup in Manhattan at 2 weeks in. I had 5 interviews with these people. That lasted over a month. I started work on April 26th. I haven't even got my first paycheck yet. First paycheck is gonna land this Wednesday. The CTO had a meeting with me yesterday, tells me that my work is not enough, it wasn't sufficient, what they expected wasn't good enough. I said to him, sir, it's been 2 weeks. What did you expect for me to do in 2 weeks? I've had no clear expectations, guidelines, or deliverables. Nothing. Turns to me and says, you know what, just not enough, sorry. And I say to him, I mean, honestly, I have 2 places where you could actually see the work that I've done being used by the team currently, and I point out 2 points of reference. One, it's a technical spec rebuild, or for those of you know, a technical requirement, which is a document listing of all the features of a software product, right? And then another point of reference, which were all the tickets I had moved from the Trello board completed. I even mentioned that some people on the team, the engineering team, were championing my work so early in. Still tells me not enough. I then turn to him and say, my manager told me at my first day that I was not the most technically qualified candidate that you all interviewed for this role, but I still got it. So what did you expect me to do in 2 weeks? Not enough. I turn to him and I say, for the next person you guys have in this role, please make sure that you have some kind of goals, guidelines, milestones that they can measure themselves against to, ensure that they're being successful in their position. He's like, oh, your feedback is so good. And he keeps telling me something. He's like, oh, you're such a good person. He might have said that 3 or 4 times. He's like, you're a good person. Your spirit is so great. And I'm sitting here like, I said to him verbatim, I was like, sir, this is a business relationship. I am not taking anything personally that you're saying. Can you really tell me what's going on here? You're a good person. You're such a good person. Mind you, I was the only black person at this company. The only other black person that I saw, never interacted with, could not even like see face to face. Mind you, most of the people who work in this company are remote. I had never met my manager in person. The only people I met in person was the engineering lead and 2 other engineers, because they worked in the office that I had to attend on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Monday and Friday, work from home. Back to the point, the only other black person I met, or not even met, knew of at the company, one black person, was a a customer service rep who lived in France and was part of this customer service team. So he keeps telling me, you're a good person, your spirit is great, and you know what, I'm gonna offer you some things. And I'm sitting here like, okay, talk to me. And he's like, first, I'm gonna offer you a severance package. And he puts some money on the table. He's like, I wanna make sure, you're able to transition well. And the first thing I'm thinking is like, okay, what is going on here? Because I've been fired before and nobody offered me a severance package. I'm like, if you would have let me go, you could just let me go. And he's like, here's some money. And the second thing I'm gonna do is I wanna give you my word that I'm gonna give you a letter of recommendation for wherever you go next. I want you to know that I think you're such a good person and I want you to land well. He said, I want you to land well. So during the meeting, I kind of like, I was like, okay, you know what, thank you for that, thank you for that, thank you for that. But I kept trying to dig down to like figure out what the reason was. And mind you, like, me, I'm not upset about it. Like, I got the day to myself right now. I'm about to go chill for a little bit. But to me, I'm sitting here thinking, like, what was it? And I realized it was my manager. We had a misunderstanding in communication style since I got there. Mind you, this is 2 weeks. 2 weeks, not a month, not 6 months, not a year. A misunderstanding in communication style. So when she would ask for something, I would double check with her, I would follow up with Slack, and to her, that was not taking initiative, that was not using the resources that were given, that was seen as, providing subpar work. 2 weeks. And so last Friday, we had a meeting. I was supposed to present some user flow design to her about the cancellation segment of whatever we were doing there. And she turns to me at the beginning and she's like, I want to actually review your progress. And I'm like, come on. She says to me, 4 points. She makes 4 points. I say nothing. After the first point, she's like, you have anything to say? And I said, no, just give me everything. And mind you, I'm writing everything down. Every single point, the example she uses, what she's referencing, I write everything down because I'm like, not only is feedback important to me and I need to know how I'm doing better, but if there is a different opinion or another perspective of this that I'm seeing, let me be able to give it to you.
Let me stop it right there because I don't need no more than that from this video. Let's stop it right there. Let's go it on and get into this topic. So, as you heard, that brother was hired for a tech job out in New York. Now, tech jobs, they pay a lot of money. And if you know anything about the tech jobs, that industry, black people represent maybe about 1% or less of the tech jobs. Most of the tech jobs are dominated by white males, after them Asians. I'm talking about, what we derive as the traditional Asian. They bring in East Indians. Of course, the Asians they bring in who is not from America, they'll pay them a little less. The East Indians they bring in, they pay them less. All those worker visas that these companies get, they won't hire Americans, but they will hire a lot of foreigners. But sure, they don't want black people in these positions. Now, it makes them look bad if they don't hire no black people. So this brother basically was the victim of a quota. Let's hire this black person, because see, the quota is how many you're hiring. The quota isn't retention. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're going to make some sort of quota, you got to make sure retention, because they can have on paper, I hired a black person, but then 2 weeks later, you got rid of them, right? Now, when you work with the folks, there's a lot of pitfalls with that, okay? If you're too smart, that's a strike against you. You say, well, why is that a strike against me? The folks are, the position they're in, they didn't earn. They got the majority of their positions, they got it through like legacy admissions at a college, right? If you want to look at the system of white supremacy, look at it like legacy admissions. They're like, you know, you're talking about Harvard, where this person went to Harvard, so because they have a kid, so that gives them a right to automatically get into Harvard, right? Because it's a legacy admission. They didn't really earn it like everybody else, but just because they people went there, they get to get in, right? It's the same way in white supremacy, definitely in a job. So because of their skin color, they get legacy admissions to jobs and positions they didn't even qualify for, right? And you know how they don't qualify. How many of you worked jobs and you had a supervisor, one of them, and they always trying to pick your brain? Instead of you trying to pick their brain on how we do this project, how we do this particular job, how do we do this, they always come to you with, Darnell, you know, what do you think about it? How would you do that, Darnell? And then, you know, you being young, right? Let's say you young. I was young once. And you say, oh, I did it this way, and I tried it this way, and I found a little trick to do this and do that, right? Cool. So this happened to me. So you give this dude being young, thinking, oh, I'm just being a good employee, right? Trying to be an elite employee. And what they do, they'll take your idea, go present your idea to today's supervisor, and say, oh my God, Chad, you're so smart. How did you figure that out? Oh yeah, I figured it out, this, and third. We're gonna give you a raise and a bonus because that was a great idea. And then you hear about it and like, huh? Where's my bonus and raise at? That wasn't his idea, that was mine. So I learned at a young age in my 20s to never give any idea to these folks. Now, let me tell you, but see, one tactic the folks use on y'all on the job, or just in society, they use a disarming tactic to y'all. And unfortunately, it still works to this day. And I was telling Renelle Way this because she kind of had an experience on the job, right? And she thought one of them on the job she used to work before working here was her friend. She couldn't believe how she switched up on her because she thought she was her friend. And I told Renelle Way, I said, oh, young sister, you fell for that? I say you young, so let me teach you. That's a tactic they use to disarm you. See, Black Americans for sure, a lot of times we have our guard up because of our history. But so what they'll do, they'll come to you real nice. Lakeisha, how was your weekend? And oh, how's your kids? And oh, they'll be so nice to you. They'll be smiling. And you think they're so nice people. Man, you're like, I work with some great people. My God. And then when they treat you so nice, now you lowered your defenses. So Lakeisha, how did you do that project? I could not figure that out. I'm like, I was so stumped. And because now your defenses are so lowered how nice they are to you, and they're smiling and just being so jolly, right? Then now Lakeisha then giving up all her secrets. And then then when it's time for Lakeisha to get a supervisor job, guess what? She literally gave the ammunition that Becca needed to get the supervisor job over Lakeisha. And Becca been there 2 years when Keisha been there 10. And now Becca is her supervisor. And then Becca really don't have the knowledge to be there, but because she's in a legacy admission system, white supremacy, now she's still leaning on Keisha, still in that position. And then if Keisha find out, well, 9 times out of 10, Keisha not gonna find out, but let's say if Keisha find out, now Keisha's in a position. Like, do I just leave this job or doggone, I gotta stick with it? Same way in South Africa, it's actually a little worse in South Africa. South Africans, because unemployment is 44%. Yes, unemployment is 44%. That is unreal. When I heard the unemployment rate, I'm like, and y'all going to vote the A? I hope y'all not going to put the ANC back in there. That's just my opinion. As your brother, do you? You got elections, May 29th or so? Your business. I'm just saying I wouldn't vote for no party that has the unemployment at 44%. Anyway, so because unemployment is at 44%, the folks that has these businesses take great advantage of black people in South Africa because of that. That's why I always say there's a lot of opportunity for black Americans in South Africa. If you have a little business here in America and it's thriving in America, open up a division of your business over there. Brothers and sisters would love to have a job. They're not trying to run from their homeland. That's one thing I can't say about South Africans. None of them told me they wanted to flee. They actually want to stay and fight and build up their own nation. I respect South Africans for that. You had a few here and there want to come visit America, but none of them like, oh, I want to leave this place. I can't. No, they're not running like some of them. But the people that run over here want to criticize us, please. Anyway, so you got to watch that disarming tactic of being friendly. Okay? Now, they don't want you in the tech job because you have to understand, they're pocket watching us on a good day. They always pocket watching. They know that tech job, they got to pay you a certain amount of money. When you getting paid a certain amount of money, they all discussing your pay. Well, how much does that job pay when they get hired on? How much did he get paid? They're always discussing our pay. They're always watching our paycheck. Even when we're not around them. What? You're doing good for yourself. Well, why are you complaining about racism? Look how much money you're making. The question I have is, why are you pocket watching? I have never met no other group of people pocket watch black people harder than the folks. They always pocket watching. I'll never forget this. I was at the job. A partner of mine pull up with a Porsche Cayenne. Never forget that. He pulled up with a Porsche Cayenne. You should have seen him when I used to work the job. All them folks came out there looking at the car. They was like, "What? How did you get that?" And you're like, "I went to the dealership and got it." And they're like, "Well, how much we paying you?" Like one of the main supervisors of the place said, "How much we paying you?" And I'm like, boy, I never seen that. Now this dude that said it makes over $100,000 a year. But yet he's so tripped out about a black man pulling up in a Porsche Cayenne, right? He's worried about how much he getting paid. Who's to say he getting all this money through there, right? But they are so ate up with jealousy and all of that against black people because you got a car. Or don't let you go buy a house. Let's say, look, let me tell you how nosy these people are. I'm telling y'all. So you go on the job and you say, yeah, I need to change my address, right? I say, oh, okay. So you give them a new address. Now you done bought a fly house in a fly neighborhood. They kind of know the neighborhoods. They'll look at that address. It's like, They'll about Google Earth it and try to see your house. Wait a minute. He lives in that neighborhood? Well, congratulations on your new house. Like, oh, okay, thank you, I appreciate it. Man, that house is very expensive. Wow. Like, you can afford that? You really can afford that? Like, cause the note's probably real high. Like, I'm telling y'all, everything I'm telling you, I have experienced or literally seen it with other black people. And am I lying? Have any of y'all seen this in your lifetime working for the folks? Come on now. Have any of you seen this? That's exactly how it is. So it's not only you got to deal with their racism, you literally got to deal with them micromanaging you on the job and trying to micromanage you outside your job. When I was still working the job, I was taking my trips to Africa. I was working my last job. I was there when I went to Ethiopia, and I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna take some vacation time, or whatever." They say, "Oh, okay, you gonna take vacation time?" And I was like, yeah, you know, sometimes I flex on them though at times just to get their reaction. Cause you know me, I study them. So I give them certain information and watch their reaction. So I remember the first time I went to Ethiopia in 2018 and said, yeah, I'm going to Ethiopia. You going, hold on, you going to Africa? I was like, yeah, I'm actually going to Africa. How about that? That must be real expensive. I said, it is. It's a lot of money. A lot. Now, y'all, I'm just really like throwing it on, right? And I'm like, boy, you must really save your money for that. I'm like, no, not really. Not really. He was like, oh, wow, okay, well have a good time. They were like flabbergasted that I was actually going to Africa, an African country. Trust me. And then I was hitting them constantly with that. Then when I turned right back around to go to Kenya, hey, I need some time off, I'm going to Kenya. I tell them too, because I want to see their reaction. You going to another African country? Yeah, isn't that surprising? Isn't that nice? I said, I'm going to go on safari too. Safari? Yeah, looking around, I'm like, because you know, they the only ones supposed to be going on these safaris in the African continent. So I realized at times I would tell them things just to see their reaction because I don't know, I get a kick out of watching their reaction to a black person have something and see it's nothing they could have done to me at the time because they could have fired me that day if they wanted to. It wouldn't have hurt my bills. Like I was only working that job for a particular reason. I didn't need it for money. I just had my reasons at the time why I was still there. And you know, they were tripped out. You know, every time I hit them, I say, yep, I'm going here, I'm going there. Or you know what, this time I'm going to South Africa. So, but every year you going somewhere. I said, yeah, oh yeah, I'm going somewhere. I said, I'm getting out of America because America get on my nerves sometimes. You know what I'm talking about, right? I'll say that. And they were like, oh, I understand. So when you kind of let them know that I'm telling you what I do, and they already knew what I did outside of the job, and they knew that I wasn't worried about them. I had my money. And then one time, I had them scared one time, y'all. Because see, you know, when you're in a position you don't need them like that, it's actually a powerful position to be in. So one of these guys had went up to the job and he had a Confederate battle flag on his vehicle, and I had got footage of it. So I told him, so we letting Confederate battle flags on the job now? Is that what we doing? I said, I just want to know. I gave him the video. I say, so what I want to know is what we gonna do about that. I say, because you know, either you handle it or you don't have to handle it. I said, I'll talk about it later. I said, you already know how I'm gonna talk about it. So do you want to handle it? Oh, we gotta talk to so and so. So anyway, brought the big guy out and say, well, you know, we gonna let the guy go, and we don't tolerate this and then the third. But only thing our company lawyer is asking, could you delete the video? Sure, I can delete the video. I sure can delete the video. Yeah, I delete it. Now, how many of y'all want to guess did I delete the video? Did I delete that video? Nope, I didn't delete that video whatsoever, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't do that. I didn't do it. If I knew exactly where it's at on my hard drive, I can even show it to y'all, but I don't know where it's at on my other hard drive. I wasn't prepared to talk about that in particular. But oh no, I didn't delete a freaking thing. Not at all. Ooh, let me see, is this the hard drive I have it on? I don't think this is it. Nope. I have it somewhere on my hard drive buried. I'm finding every other video but the one I want, right? But no, I didn't delete the video. And the reason why I didn't delete the video at the time is because if I need it later, I'll use it. If I don't need it, I won't use it. I'm a firm believer of that. I'll keep my ace in the hole on you. Because I know that if I'd have did something with that, it would have been a problem, right? But they handled the issue. I said, okay, it's solved. It's handled. I'm not tripping. It's just that simple. But they knew that if I put it on the internet, it's going to be a problem for them at that time. And my platform's not where it's at today. So just because you got information, You don't have to always put it out, but just for the fact that you got it and whatever, that's how it is. Nah, I didn't delete that video. No, I didn't delete that video just in case I needed it. Just in case I needed it. And see, I didn't run around telling everybody, yeah, I got this video, and man, no, I kept my mouth shut. Because sometimes what happens with a lot of you black people, you go and tell other black folk, and then you think black folks are cool, and then they scary, and they, yeah, well, he said he still got that video. No. You got to know how to keep your mouth shut. Don't even talk to other black people about certain things. Keep your mouth shut. Because I've seen a lot of y'all get fired too on jobs when you thinking you can confide in another black person, and this black person is a straight up sellout. Or they get scared about you. They couldn't plan for my resignation because they had nothing on me. They had nothing on me. Because I did everything by the book. I showed up always on time. I left on time. It's nothing they could really did. But I let them know you can do it if you want to, because go ahead, fire me for something that I didn't even do. Please do it. I'm waiting on it. And I've always kind of let that be known, like, look, treat me right, I'm good, but do me wrong, I can pick up the phone and cause the problem real quick, and also get on the internet and cause the problem real quick. You know, I know people in Houston. I know law people I'm cool with, right? I got my own platform. I say, listen, I've said this to people before. All these videos that went viral with people that didn't have platforms. Do you really think if those videos went viral with people that did not have a platform, and if something happened to me and I put it out, how much more you think it would go out, right? So, but just because I have things don't mean I always have to use them. You have to be wise in what you do. Listen, you got to play chess with these folks. Some of y'all, it's a time to say talk. It's a time to be quiet. It's a time to understand power dynamics. It's a time to even let them think they're right on something, but yeah, you in control. You gotta know how to listen. All black Americans, listen to me. You need to write this down. You need to get the 48 Laws of Power. Okay? Get that book, or you can download the audio book, The 48 Laws of Power. Research that book, learn that book very well. It will assist you in dealing with racism, white supremacy, and give you an edge on them at times in the area of power dynamics. Now, once you read that book, you will see most people use that. I'm gonna tell you one person who used that book to the letter, Donald Trump. He uses that book to the letter. I can literally see what he's doing based out of that book. Just to be honest with you. There's a part about creating a cult following. That's parts about don't outshine the master. There's a part about knowing how to pick your battles and only pick battles you could win. There's a part about basically not giving people attention, because whatever attention you give them, you're gonna give them more power than they never had before. There's so much stuff in that 48 Laws of Power, especially if you're in business as a black person. You really need to read that book, The 48 Laws of Power. Keep it, go back to it, study it, digest it. You say the 33 Strategy of a War. Yeah, I've read The Art of War too. I've read that too. Y'all gotta know these things. As black Americans, sometimes you got to pick up a book and read, or at least get an audio book when you're driving down the street, and you could put a chapter or two in. Another book I really enjoy is 50 Cent's book. He gave a lot of game in his book too. I love to learn, man. I couldn't do what I'm doing without learning anything. It's more learning that go behind the scenes than when you start opening your mouth on camera. You become better on camera when you learn. You have to read, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, 50 do use it well. You heard me saying about 50. I like 50. 50, one of my favorites. I like 50 more in his other aspect of what he's doing now. Of course, I always like his music, But I like that 50 knows, like, and that's why most people say don't mess with 50. Is that because if you mess with him, it's gonna be a problem. And really what it is, that book teaches you hear any kind of chatter about somebody trying to come against you, you gather all the intelligence you need on them and hold it. And then when they peek their head up, you destroy them with it. You destroy them. You never tell them you got it. But when they try to get you, you destroy your enemy. You don't leave them limping. You destroy him. And that's what 50 try to do to people. Well, he got with Robert Greene and did a addendum to it called the 50th Law. I'm like, do y'all remember that? Yeah, see, the geek surgeon know about that. Yeah, why you think 50 don't use that? Come on now. Well, he's not really, people say he's trolling. 50 is not trolling. 50 is like attacking people. You know what I'm saying? He's attacking people that attack him. And it's kind of, yeah, sometimes he is trolling. It's kind of funny because I know recently Puffy's son, Christian Combs, or he calls himself King Combs, he tried to call himself making a record. And he gonna diss 50 in the record. And Eminem. I don't know why he diss Eminem for. Eminem has nothing to do with it. I'm like, really? You gonna diss Eminem? I say, oh, come. Now Eminem probably not gonna get involved with that. But then in the same record, he's talking about when the feds had raided their house, but he was mentioning saying the feds didn't know about the house next door. I was like, oh my God. I just put my head down. I'm like, this new generation self-snitching, you make it so easy for the U.S. attorney that's prosecuting a case on you. All they gotta do is let you make a record and sit back and listen to it, and you literally giving them their case. I remember a long time ago, I did a news story about what a prosecutor said that they love today's generation because they self-incriminate online all the time. They say they'll literally steal something from somebody and then post it, say, I got his chain. I stole his car. I took this. I took his money. And then like, why am I locked up? And then the prosecutor and then playing your video where you admitting to the freaking crime. I don't understand that, bro. Like what part of the game is that? Like, at least back in the day, street dudes would keep any activity they done to themselves and quiet. They're not telling nobody, not self-snitching. They're not even telling their girl what they doing. Because they know if their girl get jammed up, she may start telling. So they don't even tell their girl what they doing. They don't give them no details. They may tell them, yeah, I'm in street business and stuff like that. Well, what happened? That's street business. We don't discuss that, Don't worry about that. And they keep their girl out of their business as much as possible. But today, dudes sitting up here self-snitching, telling their girl everything on the phone they did. Matter of fact, isn't that how Southwest T got BMF jammed up, talking on the phone, cupcaking? Of course, real street dudes exist. They're not on the internet either. They don't have no Facebook. They don't have nothing. They not to say they're not on the platforms, but they don't have nothing. They don't post nothing. They don't write nothing. They don't make comments. They may watch a video or two. They may watch YouTube or whatever they may do, but they post nothing online. They don't take pictures. They don't do anything. But these dudes today, they're sitting up here taking pictures with their whole gang. But like Bobby Shmurda sitting up here rapping about crime that's an investigation and wonder why he went up. They're giving detail after detail, and the doggone Fed like, wait, hold, what now? Okay, he killed this one. He shot that one. Yes, that case we're working on? Oh, okay. That's the guy. They all writing it down. Y'all act like the law enforcement don't listen to what y'all talk about or something. Y'all helping fill the jails by just run off at your doggone mouth. But you shouldn't be committing no crimes anyway. So I will say. Because we don't need you in the black community committing crimes. No, we do not need nobody in the black community committing no crimes. So please get them off the streets. We need good black American people out here trying to build a black community, trying to be productive. That's what we need as a community. But, you know, what we were saying about working for the folks here is that you got to be careful with them being nice to you. Don't eat any food that they cook. I'm just telling you just from what I know. In black Americans, we understand not to eat food from them that they cook. Now, if they brought something from chicken, well, you know, I'm the type of person, I'm weird about even people bringing me food. Like, where you come from? Nah, I brought my own food, man. I'm cool. Cause I'm funny style. I'm like, oh yeah, you may brought that from, but what did you do to it on the way here? Hell, I wasn't even using Uber Eats. At one point in time, I was using it on the job. I stopped doing that too. I'm like, man, I don't trust nobody. What if they open my food and do something to it? I just don't trust people, man. And it's like, well, not everybody bad. Not to say everybody's bad, but you know, I just try to lessen the opportunities for something bad to happen to me, right? So you're on the job. I'm a cook. No. Hey, I brought you some apple pie. I'm on a diet. But thank you. Because you don't know if their dog or cat was all in the kitchen. You don't know. They let the cats jump all on the counters. Oh, no. Some people don't like to take baths. You remember the big debate with Taylor Swift talking about not washing her legs in the shower? And that's one who got money. How you in the shower not washing your doggone legs? We've heard them say, well, getting in the pool because it has chlorine in it, that means they're clean. It's okay. You don't have to take a shower like, oh God. So remember when that debate was going on about washing of the legs, some of them was getting so frustrated with black people at the time. They're like, well, every culture is different. You know, not everybody got to do what, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, you know, in the black household, cleanliness is next to godliness. You cannot be in the black household and not take a doggone bath or shower. It just won't happen. Soap and water is still cheap enough to get your behind in that doggone shower. You wake up in the morning, get your behind in that shower. If you go outside and you get filthy dirty from doing something, let's say you're working something outside, take a shower. And then before you go to bed, take your behind in the shower. You sleep better, your pores is open. You know, everything feel cooler. Take a doggone bath. And I will say this, don't be with nobody who don't take a bath. Don't be with anybody in a relationship who's not clean. Because if they're not clean, then they're not gonna clean your child. I had a brother one time tell me in the comments section, yeah, man, you know, I had to get on my girl about that. He was dating Becky. I had to get on my girl about that because she wasn't showering. I mean, she doing it every day now. I had to get on to her like, bruh, I ain't getting on no grown woman about taking no doggone shower, bruh. I ain't doing it. Bruh, that's something you should have learned a long time ago from your mammy. If your mammy didn't insist on you taking a doggone shower twice a day at least, brushing your doggone teeth, taking care of yourself like you need to, it ain't my job to do it. Hell no. Yeah, Judge Dreads over here say not washing their hands. And I told this story before. Was in South Africa with my family. We went to that Pilanesberg National Park. South Africans, you know what I'm talking about. And they had this buffet. Food looked good. I was waiting on my wife and daughters, and my wife come back, and she was like, "Nah, we're not eating on that buffet." I say, "Why? Like, what's wrong with the buffet?" And then she said, "You see her over there?" I say, "Yeah, that woman. Yeah, what about her?" She literally got out the stall, did not wash her hands, and walked right out. And then my little girl's like, yeah, Daddy, she did not wash her hands at all. And then I seen her in the line going to the doggone buffet. I said, oh, Lord, no. Okay. Hey, brother. Hey, can we get the menu? So the brother was like, why y'all want to go to the buffet? And my wife was like, you see that woman over there? She didn't wash her hands. She came out the toilet. No, sorry, we can't do that. He like, huh? You know, so I'm like, yeah, brother, go ahead and give me the menu, brother. Food was good, but yeah. Because how I am about, even these days, I won't even eat a buffet. Because I'm just so thinking about all these different people with their pissy hands and poopy hands and no. Give me the buffet. Yeah, so yeah, you say potluck and all that. Nope, I don't do no potluck. I don't do none of that. Nope. Not me. My family always said don't eat everybody cooking. They told me that a long time ago, especially don't be at them folks' house like that. You know, no. Don't you be anywhere you the only black person around. No. Hey, Darnell, you want to go to the woods? We're going to go out there and go hunting. You're like, and you be a big dummy. Of course, Darnell know better. But some of our immigrant brothers and sisters who come over here from the motherland or from the Caribbean, don't make that mistake, brother or sister. Don't go to the woods. Do not go to the woods because they're going to be hunting you. They're not going to be hunting nothing else. And remember, they're so nice to get you out there in them woods. Or you're going to go on a boat with them and they know you can't swim. They're going to push you in there like that dude in Louisiana. Got pushed in, almost drowned. They sit there and watch him. They knew how to swim. They watched that brother be in there 20 minutes. Another patron from a restaurant had to go in there and get him. And nobody being brought up on charges. Nobody. But let that have been some black folk pushed a white guy in and we all just sat there and watched him the whole time and just stood there. Oh, all the black folks we brought up on charges. All of them. They were trying to lynch that brother. And did you know that big dummy? Yeah, I got to call him a big dummy. It was a white female that did it. And he's sitting up here. Oh, well, she didn't mean to do it. Like, that's why I didn't cover that story. If I hear a black person doing that, I'm like, hey, man, it is what it is. I'm not covering that. I'm not covering it, at least. Now, if somebody else on the channel covers it, that's on them. But I'm not covering that. I am never going to sit up here and talk about something like that and the black person's up there. Well, okay, go ahead, bro. But next time, you may not come back from that. Yeah. I'm not doing it. Nope, not me. I ain't going. Well, come on here with us. Nope. If I go anywhere, I'm going with a gang of my people. But I don't get invited to those things, and because they know who they can invite to those things and who not to. They know good and well not to invite me. And I'm saying, nah, I'm cool. I don't like to kill animals anyway, so no, you can't get me hunting. Let's go fishing. Nah, I'm cool. What's the point of me going fishing with you? I can go buy fish in the store. I'm not about to sit out there all day with you. I can literally go, I know where to go to get fresh fish. What's the point of sitting out there with you all day? Hell no. Well, what you say it wasn't 20 minutes. I heard 20. If it was 5, it's forever. Even 5 minutes underwater is literally like an hour to you, right? This dude was almost brain dead. Thank God that he survived. Because they was trying to kill that brother. They were trying to kill him. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the stream tonight. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe. If it's your first time here, make sure you return back here at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tomorrow, there will be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, make sure those of you who are interested, that's on the African Diaspora News Channel app. If you are interested in going to the Ethiopia tour, that's going to happen March 31 through April 9. You're still in time to go to the app or in the website. If you're on the website, you'll see it in the news section. It's sitting there. It won't move. But on the app, you got to kind of scroll down to it's a thumbnail, say the Ethiopian experience. Just click that. I kind of go through the itinerary on there. And then there's a link there you can click, and then you could go ahead on and pay your deposit. I'm just waiting on the promo video that will be here next week, because once the promo video get here, I'm offering it to the public, and so I want to get the people on the app ample time to secure your spot first. I know the deposit amount is $199, and you can pay payments on that. People ask me about what's the price. If you're on the app, you can go see it yourself, and you can make that kind of choice yourself. But it was good talking with y'all tonight. And if you're still going to work for them folks, just try to take all this information in and try to apply it as much as possible, within reason, of course, within reason, because you got to still kind of keep your job, but always have something else going on, because the folks, they'll let you go for any other reason, anytime, especially these right to work states. And so you always want to have something going on. Never just have one job. It's dangerous to have one job. Do something online, write a book or something, put it on Amazon, do something to generate some sort of extra income for yourself, just in case you need to save your money. Don't go blow it all. I'll